Alrighty, everybody. So Cube World. There's a lot to say about Cube World, and quite a bit I have to say about it. But I want to create our character first, and then I'll talk while we play. So I've actually played this game quite a bit. A lot of it with mods. But still, it's a really good game. Or I say that I've played a lot of it. I've put a lot of good time into it. But we'll talk about that. There's a lot of different races you can be. I just like being the human male. I like the mage the most, I think. Face, you can do different faces. Let's go blue eyes. Haircut, I like this haircut. Let's go with how about a teal or whatever color that clay. That's what that reminds me of, clay. Okay. Yep. So this will be our character. So Cube World has a lot of interesting features about it. I want to start with the good. Okay. It is a very beautifully stunning game. I know it's a voxel game, so like obviously that's pretty common nowadays, but back, I don't even remember what year. This was a long time ago when it first came out, so it was a decently new concept in my mind, at least. It's gonna get dark here, which is a little bit unfortunate, because when it gets dark, it gets dark. That's one of the things I think is a little bit overkill. Which it doesn't matter if you have a few coins, because you can just go in the inn and sleep the night away. But it's also hard to get coins, so I'm gonna have to get 10 coins to try to sleep this night away. But let's talk about it as we do this. So visually, it's very stunning. I love it. I love like everything about it, honestly. Visually wise, the music is amazing. Those are probably the two best things about it. Right now, which is kind of unfortunate. I think there's other good things about it, but those are probably two greatest factors in arguing for it, I guess. Right now I'm running around this island. Sometimes you can find a boat if you start on an island. They give you a boat, but maybe I won't start with it. Maybe I'll have to go find it on a different island. But I'm also not going to find anything to kill to get money here. So that's unfortunate. I guess we'll see this game at night a little bit. I want you guys to see it at the daytime as well, because it's really nice. I do not see a boat, so let's talk about this game a little bit, about why a lot of people hate on it. I think it's a little bit overkill on the hate, but I also understand. So let's talk about the one thing that people dislike the most. On the top right there, we see our map. I'll do this, hit M, and that'll be my map. So I like the map, even though, just look at this, it's amazing. But you see this outline around this area right here. This is a big issue for a lot of people. And the reason it's an issue is because your character pretty much gets hard reset when you go to a different land. You get items and stuff in this, and then it's a very hard reset when you go to a different land. And so it's it's just a little much, you know. And I'll talk more about that and the progression. That's the real big thing about this game that people have issues with, is the progression isn't quite there. Which you can do mods. There are some good mods out there that help with it, and I've played quite a bit with those, and I definitely think that's the thing. But I'll just share some of my own thoughts about what I think could be helpful for this game. But yeah, so this is where we're going to stay for probably a long time, just because you can have a good amount of fun in this first area. I think you get to enjoy it. Like if you just wanted to play this game for maybe 8 hours or so, you could probably play it for 8 hours, right? Like you could go just explore the first area and have a really good time with no issues. So that's one, I guess that's a good thing about it, is you can have a good amount of time playing it. One thing that I like to have as a standard for me, at least when playing games though, is that I can sell stuff. Mushrooms, sell our mushrooms. I'm just trying to get 10 gold so we can see the daylight. I don't really want this wand, or this one actually. Oh, we just need 2 more. Potions are hard to come by in this, so I don't really want to sell them, but I'll just sell 2 just for the point of this. Point of this game. Okay, and then you can just walk away. Right now I don't have any weapons equipped. I'll hit B to open my bag. I like having these on as the mage. Right now I'm a fire mage. I'll show you how to change your class here, or your specialty, I guess is what it's called, in a little bit. We zoom in. It takes a little while to get used to the map, trying to figure out where things are. It's good to talk to people also, just randomly, because they can tell you about stuff on the map, just like that guy did. I'll show you. Good day. Okay, how can I help you? I want to sleep. Sleep till morning. Okay. You're gonna get a much better experience with like the colors here, and oh, it's just so beautiful. So to change your specialty, each class has a different specialty. To change it from fire, you can go to water, and that's at this double sword thing. So that's good. And I'll explain why I like this so much as well in a little bit. But I want to kind of talk about my history with Cube World, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but we'll use it. So when I was younger, like, 7 years ago probably, I saw Cube World and I said, this is going to be the best game in the world. I really wanted to play it. I had money. I wanted to buy it. I didn't have a laptop or a computer at the time though. I was pretty young still. So I was like, Dad, can I buy this and play on your computer? And he said no. And I think that was probably for the best. Just because I would have spent a ton of time playing it, and that's not really the best thing to do when you're that age, because you don't really have any self-control. So I'm trying to talk to people to try to unlock things on the map, so we can do a few things as we talk. So we went, so I was like, okay, well, that's unfortunate, right? I wanted to play it really bad. I was convinced it was going to be my favorite game ever. Just look at this thing, you know? But he said no. So, you know, I think that was a good thing, good fatherly thing to do. So I waited and bided my time until I had my own laptop and I could play it myself. Well, I don't know how long it was after that, but just a few, maybe a year, a few months after that, the creator of this game, which I don't want to say anything bad about him. I think he's a really cool guy. I think he's done a great job. It's just him and his wife, I think, creating this game. So it's extraordinary what they've been able to do. So kudos to him. I love this game, even if it's just in spirit. We know about this because someone talked about it to us. So we'll go over there. This allows us to ride a pet, so which is really cool. That's one of my favorite parts of the game. So we're gonna go over there. Oh boy, this might take a little while though. Some of this game. What was I saying before I got into that? Something cool, I'm sure. Okay, so yeah, I didn't have it for a long time. I was like, well, I'll play it when I get older. When I have a laptop, I'll buy this and I'll play it. And the thing is, the creator wanted to update it, right? And I think that's a good thing to do, right? You want to update your game and get it right. One of the things that he did, though, was he took it off the market while he updated it. He wanted everyone to have a good experience while playing the game. And that includes, I guess, just some of the updates. Yeah. Oh, there's stuff down there. I won't show you. So he took it off the market for about 7 years, I think. And so I was like, once I was old enough, I had my own laptop, I was like, I want to buy this game, but I couldn't. So that was really sad for me, at least. And so I decided, I just checked up on it throughout the years, checked out his Twitter, and eventually started posting things and was like, hey, look, I've updated this and this is progressing. And then all of a sudden he's like, started coming out with a lot of things. And I was like, whoa. And it ends up that he was gonna release it again, but this time on Steam. And it was gonna be October of 2019, I believe, is when he released it. And that's important for me, at the very least, maybe not for anyone else, but because I was going to go on a mission for my church. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so I was going to go on a mission. And it's a 2-year proselyting mission, and you pretty much do nothing but serve the Lord. So there was you don't play video games and stuff. So and when I was going to leave was September of 2019. And so I was a little bit disappointed because I'd been waiting for this game for 7 years, and I was gonna have to wait another 2 years, but it was all worth it. But that will kill me. Probably I might be able to beat it, but I haven't seen any save game points, so I don't want to try my luck. Or respawn points is really what they are. And so I left on my mission. My cousin was going to leave about a month after I was going to. It's a pig, but I want gold, so... and so he... I told him, you need to buy this for me, if no one else. I want to experience this game via you. And so he did, and he reported to me. We can't do emails and stuff, so he reported to me about how this game was. Real quick, the reason I like the Water Mage and these things here specifically is because it heals you, and it's kind of hard to heal without the mods. It's just hard to get potions, and so I can just like hit this guy here and stand in my little blue bubble, and it will heal me even as he's attacking me. So that's really nice. Back to the story though. So my cousin, he's also on this channel actually. He went and I want that bush, but I don't want to get attacked by these guys because I will lose. He reported back to me. He's like, it's not good, and that was just so sad to me. I don't know if anyone else has like just waited around for years and years and years waiting for a game to come out. I'm sure other people have, but if you have, you can kind of relate, I bet, with what I was kind of feeling in this moment. Oh, I might not be able to survive this, but we'll see. I'll be fine. No, they're blocking. That made me kind of sad. I was like really looking forward to it. I had high expectations. And it's not good. And I was like, why isn't it good? And he explains the whole progression thing. Like, you can be just traveling on a boat and go across one of those lines on the map, and your boat will disappear. So it's just like, and then you're just swimming in the ocean. So it's just like, why would he do that, right? Whatever reason it was, I don't know. I'm sure he spent a lot of time thinking about it. And I think that's one of the hardest things about game development in general is the attempting to get whatever it's called, progression, trying to get that correctly done. It's definitely one of the hardest things about making a game. That's just where this game kind of comes up short, I think. So that was disappointing to me. And for 2 years, I asked my family about it. I was like, did they get another update to change these things, right? And they're like, no, it didn't. And they got really sick of me asking. But it was also just kind of a joke at that point. And so I get back from my mission, and I say, I want to play this. So this is actually one of the first games I play, even though I know it's not the best of the best as I wanted it to be. And I play it, and I'm a little bit disappointed. But I do find some mods that you can play with it, but I decided not to buy it. It's like $20 on Steam right now. So I was like, I'm not going to spend money on this. I'm not going to be able to spend much time on it. Oh, I think, actually, I stopped talking about my standard for video games, or just games in general. Like, I want to play, every hour that I play, I want to at least be able to play an hour per dollar that I spend on it. So this was $20, so I wanted to spend at least 20 hours on it. And I have actually I'm sure I spent 20 hours, but my wife also plays on this, so it's a little bit hard to tell. But we spent over 40 hours, so we've definitely got our money's worth. Oh, cool. Respawn point. And so I don't buy it at that point, but a couple years go by, and maybe just about a year, and I play it again. I love this music, by the way. It's just really good. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh well, I guess I have a good revive point, except that it's right next to these guys again. Look at how I died. Wasn't that so cool? It's just like my pixels turned into little dots. Anyways, I think it's even cool how you die in this game. So, oh no. No. Yeah, that's above my caliber right now, and for a while. So a year goes by or so, and I decide I want to get this game. I want to give it another chance. I played it again. I was like, with the right mods, it's fun. So I played it again. And that's what I get it, and I enjoy it for a while. and I still run into the issue with the issue with the progression. It's just a brutal restart, and so it's just kind of discouraging after you get past the first one to keep going, which I have done it and I've played quite a bit, so it's not impossible. Oh no, wait, is that guy nice or mean? Oh, they're nice. They're green, so they're nice. I'm pretty sure I could still attack these guys, but they would kill me in a second. Okay, sorry, I got a call. I'm recording the audio on my phone because the first time I did this, the game has, I think, some bugs, or I know it does have some bugs, and I think recording with it is a little bit tricky. Anyways, my audio was kind of messed up when I tried to just record it on my computer, so recording on my phone this time. Where was I? So I enjoyed this game. I think it's fun. I definitely, for me, it was worth the $20 just because I daydreamed about playing this game for probably close to a decade, right? Which I think is a long time to wait to play a game. And that's kind of my relationship with Cube Worlds. So I kind of want to talk about some things that if I had the choice, what I would kind of change about it. And I think, obviously, the number one thing is the progression. There are some mods that let you do levels, like in the original beta version of this game. There were levels that you could have, that you would get for killing things, and then your character would develop, and you could get higher level weapons and stuff. And I think I still think that's better than how it's set up right now. Some things I would like, though, I think just I would want the character to be able to be improved upon more. So right now, the only way to level up your character is to I can't wear this, so I'll sell it. You can level up your okay, I'll talk about these later. Just remember that these vendors sell these little cubes. And I'll come back and talk about that. Nope, I don't remember what I was saying. I guess I'll talk about the vendors. The levels. It no longer has the level mechanic, which I think is unfortunate. And so you know what? Let me pause and look at what I had said. Alrighty, okay. I was talking about the character itself. So the only way to level up your character right now is to find relics, which I think is a very interesting way to do it. There's these relics that you find in each area, and you can get. If you get it, it increases some stat. Whichever stat it is, I'm trying to figure out. I don't remember. That's not how you do it. Oh, that's also not how you do it. That's a special move. Yeah, like I said, there's bugs. You're not supposed to be able to do this, but I pretty much can fly. So that's kind of fun in my opinion. But don't want to go to them. Nope. And so the only things that can upgrade is like your speed, the speed of your boats, the speed of your riding on your animal. It can increase your lamp light, which is important because it gets really dark. But it's like those aren't the things I really want it to increase. I want it to increase my base character strength, and I think that would solve a lot of progression issues, in my opinion, because if we have our weapons here, these are just base weapons, so they're super weak. 1 star, that's like the rarity, how the rarities decided are these stars. So the game itself, I love chickens, but I'm gonna kill you. So the weapons and stuff, they pretty much reset when you go into a new area, and it's kind of depressing because then you have to get new weapons, which is normal for all games, but it's just a very hard reset, which I've said before. So, oh boy, yeah, I don't want to run into them either. I say a lot when I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. And so I think if you were able to level up your character and like your strength would increase drastically with the level that you got. Well, then you wouldn't have to worry so much about the items in the next area, because you know that you could get items and it would they would go down, but it wouldn't be so extreme, right? Or you can keep the weapons for a little while once you go into the next area. But right now, if I went into a new area, these weapons would be useless. Even if they were like 5 star, the best you can get in this area, they'd pretty much be useless. So I think leveling up that way would be very good, which is not really what the mods do. So I kind of want it to do that, but it doesn't really do that. So right now the mods, it's more of a level system where you get better weapons at different levels, but they still kind of drastically go down when you go into new areas. Oh boy, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do this. We'll try. They still go down even with the mods, but it's a little bit better. But really what I want is, another thing I want is, like, if I go out of this area here, I want to be able to have things in this first area that I wasn't able to beat with the best stuff in this area. And I want to go to a new area, get better weapons, and come back and be able to just destroy in this area, right? Just have a lot of fun in this area. Well, that's not what happens. It goes down again. And so you lose, you can only get so good in one area. Sorry. And that's very disappointing in my mind, because I would want to come back. Like right here is an arena, right here. These are cool, and they have really strong bosses that you can fight and get really good items. But even if you have like the best items already, you hit a point where you can't beat it anymore. And so I'd want to be able to go to further areas, get a lot of good weapons, and come back and be able to do really well. That's one thing that I dream about for this game. Progression-wise. Right now, climbing is pretty hard because we only have a limited amount of stamina. There's an item you can get that makes it so you can climb forever. But again, you lose those when you go across the borders. Which, I mean, I think that's okay with some of the items. Because, but not with the like with the climbing ones even. You could get rid of those. But the ones that help you travel, like the boat, shouldn't disappear from under your feet when you're going through a land. Oh, that was a mistake. The riding thing that we're going to try to get right now, you can't ride your pet anymore. It's just kind of disappointing for a couple reasons. A, it's fun to ride your pet, and then also it speeds you up a lot. It took me a long time to get here, and it's really nice to be able to have a pet that you can ride. So, yay, we got the reins. So for pets, it's kind of a fun mechanic. You have to get specific treats for specific pets. So I don't have any right now, but you could have specific treats that you can buy gumballs for one pet, and you pretty much just have to look it up because you're not going to know what each pet is for, each thing is for. But I had a turtle in one of mine that I really enjoyed being on. So that's kind of fun. I'm going to go into this other area, just kind of show you what happens to the items, even though these are just 1 star. But I think that's a good thing to do. And with this floaty glitch, I can just do this. It's nice. Which, I mean, I think I would be able to, even without the glitch, just float down. But you can kind of keep going if you do it right. Anyways, so that's kind of some of my thoughts on the progression. I have a lot of other things that I've thought about. But I think, in my opinion, it is a good game. There are some things that need to be changed about it, but it's a good game and has a lot of potential, in my opinion. It's potentially the best game ever, in my opinion. It just has some things that need to be fixed, which is true for all games, especially this is actually still pretty early on in its development. This is the beta. Like, the beta was the first thing and people really love that, and then it goes to it went to this, and it wasn't really much of an no one really seemed to like the improvements, just because of the progression mostly. But it's still, this is like the first update ever, right? So it has so much potential in my mind. If Minecraft was the original way it was when first played, people might still play it, but I mean, it needed those updates, right? The beta wasn't good enough. Those guys are evil. Okay. Anyway, so that's my opinion. Let's look at kind of what this does. I'm in the different land now, I think. Yeah, it told me that I was. So, let me look at my bag. So, equipment. I have nothing for this area. Okay. So, the equipment goes by area. Right now, these are less than 1 stars. My weapon is less than 1 stars if I use these. It's better if I just use this as my attack, I think. And I think that's a little bit unfortunate. I should be able to use these and into the next area to help me along. Obviously, these are the weakest weapons, so maybe that's not a valid concern, but we also see specials. So this allows me to ride my pet. If I go into this other land, it's gone. Like, it's for this land, I can use it, but it's gone on this one, which I really don't. I don't know. I said earlier I'd prefer it if it was like the boat and the pet stayed, and I still think that's true. But I think that's a kind of a neat thing, so I'm not too upset about that. I think it's a neat idea. Anyways, so that's kind of a demonstration of why this game didn't do so well when it came back out. But I think it still has so much potential, and that's where I'm gonna leave off. I think is just saying that I really do think this game has the potential to become one of the best games, if not the best game ever, at least for me. The fighting mechanics are different than most games. The art is amazing. The music is amazing. The concept is great. It just needs a few more updates, which I think is totally normal for a game. So I look forward to seeing where this game goes, even if it takes a while. And maybe he'll never update it again, and we'll just have to rely on mods to make it so that we can play the game. But there are people that work on mods and stuff, and maybe if you guys want, I can show you. I can do a video about how to download some mods and use them, the mods that I like to use. for the game. There's some good ones out there. So if that's something you're interested, let me know, and I'll show you kind of how to do that. Right now we're just playing the normal one just for the sake of playing the base game. Anyways, so that's it. That's Cube World. I think it's a great game and has potential to become the best. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and I'll leave you with that. Bye.